Shalom. So sometimes when I am studying the Sefer or listening to a teaching, sometimes if I'm just in conversation with someone else about Abba Yahuwah, Yahushua Mashiach, Ruach HaKodesh will have me hone in on certain key words or phrases. And in this particular instance, it was the word worship. We know that we're supposed to worship Abba Yahuwah in Ruach and in truth. Only problem is a lot of us don't know what worship is. As a matter of fact, when I was studying this, I had already looked up the Greek and Hebrew words for worship, just for those that want to stick to the Greek definitions of things. Understand that the Greek definition is similar to the Hebrew definition, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. But I also, sometimes I look up videos to see if there's anybody else teaching on it, because sometimes people can give you information that you didn't think of. Ruach HaKodesh will lead you to them. So I saw one that was titled "The Difference Between Praise and Worship," and I was like, okay, let me start there, because some people think that praise and worship are the exact same. Praise is a form of worship, but worship is the umbrella that holds many things. So when I started watching the video, it became very clear to me that this gentleman that made this teaching video had no clue what worship is. I mean, several times he said, in my opinion, understand this, the opinion of someone as to what worship is irrelevant, because there's a way that seems right to a man, but in the end it leads to destruction. If our opinions mattered, then we can literally just make up our own opinion about the whole entire Sefer and we'd be good. I know you guys have heard this statement before, but opinions are like buttholes. Everybody has one. Okay. It does not make it right. Do not listen to someone give you their opinion. You need to know what worship truly is. So, the extra biblical tool that I use quite often is the blueletterbible.org. And in this, there's actually a place where you can type in either the scripture that you're, trying to look up, or you can type in keywords. If you type in worship, it'll bring up every scripture in the Old Covenant where the Hebrew word for worship is used. The Hebrew word is shakah, and it actually means to depress, to prostrate, especially reflexive in homage to royalty, i.e. Yahuwah, Yahushua HaMashiach, to bow down, to crouch, to fall down flat, to reverence, and to humbly beseech. Beseech means to ask someone urgently to do something. No, urgently and fervently to do something, implore or entreat. You know how Rabbi Shaul used to say all the time, brothers and sisters, I beseech you. He's urgently asking you to do something. Okay. So I'll give you 2 scripture references, but again, if you go to blueletterbible.org and type in worship into the search box, you will see a plethora of scripture references that use this particular word for worship. So Exodus 20:5 and Exodus 34:14 are 2 scriptures references that you can go and you can actually type those scripture references into the search bar in blueletterbible.org, and you can see for yourself what the Hebrew word was. In the Greek, the word is proskuneo. Proskuneo. And it basically means the same thing. It means to kiss like a dog licking his master's hand, to fawn, crouch to, prostrate oneself in homage, reverence, adore. So you can do this either physically. Well, let me back that up. You can do this physically, but you should be doing it ruachally and physically. Okay. If you're doing it just physically, but not ruachally, then you kind of cut off the Ruach and truth part of it. You have a lot of people that are physically bowing down and saying it's to Abba Yahuwah, but Ruachally, their heart is not bowed down to him, but to the beast system. Okay. So what this looks like is someone who speaks, flattering things unto Abba Yahuwah, but again, their actions show differently. Their actions show that they really bow down to the beast system. Bowing down ruachally, so your heart needs to bow down. You need to be in obedience. You remember how Yahushua HaMashiach said that his brothers and his mother are those that do the will of his father? Obedience, which is why obedience is better than sacrifice, because sacrifice is physically bowing down, but obedience is ruachally bowing down. Spirit and in truth. Ruach and in truth. All right, you guys. Till next time. Shalom Aleichem.